I'm Bryony Harrison. I'm the Senior Biodiversity Project Manager at Severn Trent. So I look after loads of the amazing biodiversity work that Severn Trent does on our own land and in partnership. I'm kind of in that job because I've got like a real interest in the environment. So I'm very pleased that I get to work in a job that I love and have an interest in outside of work as well. We're in Shrewsbury today because we're going to be talking about the Beaver project, which is kind of the flagship project that we work on with Shropshire Wildlife Trust in partnership with those guys. We also have projects with lots of different environmental organisations across the whole Severn Trent patch.
So tell me a bit about you guys.
Well, that's a good place. You want to start, Bernie, and talk about the trust generally?
I, for my sins, am the chairman of the Shrewsbury and Newport Canals Trust.
Okay.
And we are about restoring those two wonderful heritage canals that have been abandoned since 1944. Wow. And we've got several work sites along the 24 3/4 miles of the canals. And I've just come for one, so do excuse the state of me. And Chaz here works at another site mostly, although we do get to both go to all the sites at certain times. And we're getting on extremely well at the moment.
We've got some questions here in this biscuit tin that are like icebreakers kind of questions, like just, should we do one each?
I feel my ice is well and truly broken.
Yeah, me too, to be honest. Yeah, I do too, but it might be fun to do it. We can ask one. So we've got here, if you, oh, this is interesting actually. If you had one free afternoon in Shropshire, where would you go and why?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think I would probably say the Ironbridge Gorge Museum.
Okay.
If you've never been down
I've
there,
never,
you
so
should.
that's a great recommendation, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically it's a collection of old buildings from all over Shropshire that have been dismantled brick by brick and reassembled on a site near Ironbridge.
What about you, Bernie? Do you have anywhere
I'd probably
else?
go fishing.
Yeah, of course, yeah, that makes sense.
Right, well, my turn. Let's have this one. Okay. What's something you learned recently that genuinely surprised you? Well, there's a good question. Oh, I don't know. What's something I learned recently that genuinely surprised me?
Beavers are vegetarians?
No, I had a clue about
that?
beavers being vegetarians.
Oh, well,
yeah. I'm pleased to hear that beavers like willow and alder. I mean, that's good news because controlling willow and controlling alder is quite a challenge. I've got a little woodland myself. Boy, do you have to manage it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's hard graft.
You need a beaver.
A beaver or two can be handy from that point of view, yeah.
Can we borrow one?
Yeah, you can lend me a couple of beavers if you like, yeah.
Well, I just learned just before actually, because we were mentioning that the two beavers at Shrewsbury at the old riverbed, they actually had a kit this year. They were only released in February, so we were shocked to find out that their gestation period was only 90 to like 130 days or something. So they can make quick work of kits. But yeah, just one kit for the two beavers there. So that's exciting.
Is that normal? Do they just have one at a time? Or
I think they're small families. Yeah, they do occasionally have a couple at a time, but not like dogs or cats. This is a video that they've sent us recently. So you can see the kits and it's just resting. It looks like it's chewing on something. On the biodiversity side, they really manage the vegetation from becoming sort of like just purely one species in an area, becoming overgrown, drying up wetlands. So they manage to keep it in this stasis that's really good for biodiversity and just increases the amount of wildlife that can thrive in the area. Then in terms of water, they're famous for their dams and for sort of working with the watercourse to build the right habitat for them. And in doing that, they actually have a net positive impact on like flooding risk, so they can decrease flood risk in an area, and also holding back water can improve water filtration, slowing the flow down on rivers. The one in Shrewsbury is particularly interesting though because it's unique in the sense that it's in quite an urban area. So they're all on SSSI sites, which are sites of special scientific interest. But the one in Shrewsbury is, you'd be surprised to find a SSSI site, I think, where it is located because it's just suburban around it.
So as part of the funding, Severn Trent funded, the most important thing is the fence, which is like a massive barrier in terms of cost because it's really expensive. You can't see here because we're risen up, but it's over 6 feet tall, and then it also goes about 3 feet underground as well to stop the beavers from burrowing out, and that needs to be in place for the license. But yeah, the funding covered that and lots of the other infrastructure elements. So we've got the boardwalk here, you can see across, that's like the public viewing spot.
In the next coming months and years, what are the next steps for the Beaver project?
We're in the process of setting up an extension to that agreement with Shropshire Wildlife Trust, which will, amongst other projects, will continue funding the maintenance of the work and any sort of repairs that need to happen on the beaver enclosure, or any sort of extra fees of running the beaver enclosure as it is, because obviously it needs a lot of human intervention at the moment. But generally, I think just continuing to be a part of that consultation group for wild releases as well, to see if we can feed in some of the evidence and the sort of results that we've seen at the beaver sites into that consultation, so people start to understand a little bit more about how the beavers will interact in the English landscape where they've not been present. And for Severn Trent in general, I think we really want to continue working with the third parties, the environmental organisations that we've been working with for the past 5 years. We've built up these relationships, and we're looking at maintaining all of that amazing biodiversity work that they've done in partnership with us over the last 5 years. I mean, projects like this really put it into perspective when you hear, you know, beavers haven't been in Britain, in England for 300 plus years. It feels like you're part of something, like a movement that is going to make the sort of landscape a better place for wildlife going forward. So yeah, it's really exciting when you get to work on these kind of projects, for sure.